good and evil. And what if evil is nothing more than ignorance, nothing more than not knowing? And by the way, some people believe that there was 2 trees in the Garden of Eden. The tree of life, which is what this one's talking about, and the tree of knowledge. Now, if we go back to the St. James version of the Bible, once again, to this 2.10 in Genesis, they talk about knowing, about knowledge, because it says on part 4, you will not surely die, the serpent said to the woman. And here's the 5th part. For God knows when you eat of it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil. Knowing the difference. Knowing maybe also what's true or not. Now, what? Some Christians might say yes, because go back to Judaism. Go back to Judaism, where there is no Satan. Just like the beginning of the St. James version of the Bible, there is no Satan. That Satan exists inside of God. Or maybe not Satan per se, but the darker side of God exists within God. Exists within God. That God, all of a sudden, is not just the bearer of life, but he is also the bearer of lies, deceit. If anything is deceiving, it is God. It is God doing this. But, except, and now we're going to go back to paganism. We're just going to bat it back. Except, once again, the St. James version of the Bible is not really talking about monotheism, because, once again, he says that he must not be allowed to reach out his hand and take also from the tree of life and eat and live forever. And then going back, that man has become like one of us. Doesn't sound like A, God was really alone. B, it kind of sounds like the snake was somebody a little bit more important than Satan. And if mythology and everything else says that, in the ancient mythologies, if snake is connotative to feminine energy, and remember the tribe of Maccabees, some people believe that a lot of Judaism comes from the tribe of Maccabees. Well, in the beginning, the Maccabees did not have a male version of God. No, they had a goddess or a feminine energy. Only after the prophecy that the men have was Judaism born, and then all of a sudden you've got this monotheistic God. And a lot of Jews actually believe, as far as I understand it, that God is not per se just masculine, that he exists in all forms, that he's feminine, he's masculine, he's everything, either that or he's hydrogynous, meaning that there is nothing, that there is no sex, it's somewhere in the middle, that he's very, very much gray and all-encompassing. And we all know, the Wiccans at least know, that you can parallel that to Wicca, because there is we believe in a great all, beyond just the goddess, beyond just the horn god. There is a great all concept. Once again, we get the parallels. So where does the parallels exist between the metaphysics and Christianity? All over the place.